Seven Steve with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a phrase. Nothing is written in stone. Boy, is it turning out to be a pretty interesting phrase. But where did it all come from? Where did that phrase really come from? How did it originate? Where did it come from? It actually had to do with the Ten Commandments, etched in stone. When Moses received the commandments, it was etched in stone. What that means? It's an absolute. It's absolute. But somehow, in over a period of time, the idiom came about, not written in stone, and there is an idiom that the connotation is that we don't know what the future is going to be. Why am I bringing this up? Lately I've just been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet and just a lot of predictions. People have had the experience, and they are seeing the future. They're talking about there are earthquakes. There are going to be massive floods. There's going to be, World War III, all kinds of stuff that's coming up. And the thing that I'm trying to point out, and what is interesting in some of these Indian experiences, you're seeing the future, but the phrase comes up, is not written in stone. Not written in stone. Let me put it to you in another way. Children. All of us have children some way or another, and there are times, they're going to have to be on their own. They're going to have to learn on their own. They're going to have their mistakes. They're going to do all kinds of stuff. They're on their own, and that they're going to learn on their own. It's the same thing that we're now with God right now. We are in a very critical time, everybody. This is right now. In the next year, the election's coming up. All kinds of stuff is out there that we're actually predicting what the future is going to be. The other thing I'm going to tell you, the sense that I get, I do pray every morning. And there are times I get a sense from just through prayer. I know God wants us to make it. He wants us to succeed. We are going through a very difficult time. We are really going through a very difficult. A lot of stuff being out there, a lot of predictions, a lot of stuff going out there. But the thing is, what's interesting about the people having Indian experience, that phrase comes up. It's not written in stone. What does that mean? We have free will. We choose. The choice is up to us, everybody. The choices we're going to make. And right now, we are in a time, and we've talked about this before, there's a lot going on in the world, a lot going on in our country. We're going to make some decisions. To reiterate again, God wants us to make it. He wants us to succeed. There was something that came up when I was in prayer, and that was interesting, and I was just talking to God. And things were just so bad one week, and I was just saying to God, or praying to God, that there's got to be an alternative to all this. So what does He do? As soon as I said that, boom! I kid you not, I was in a three-dimensional world. Real short. I used to surf, and there was one time I was out and surfing, and a wave. I can't see really well with my glasses, so I see by shadow. And I'm out and just waiting for a wave to come, and I see this little shadow way in the distance, but this shadow grows bigger and bigger, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm starting to see the wave. It's getting big and big. I mean, it was, by the time it hit me, it was huge. God took that experience. What He did, He turned that shadow into darkness. There was a symbol about darkness, and I saw this huge wave. This creature was coming at me, and I was looking up, and for a couple of seconds, I was actually gasping for air. I was gasping for air. I thought I was underwater, but that's not the case. The wave crashed behind me. It was just totally dark, everybody. I cannot tell you how dark it was. It was such a terrible. And I just remember looking at the clouds. There was such darkness, and that's what we're kind of going through. We're kind of working things out here. But the wave crashed behind me, and I saw this beautiful golden light. And within that light, what was kind of pointing out, and what I was just saying before, is that sometimes we have to learn on our own. And there are times we hit the bottom. Sometimes we go through some real tough times, and thank God we have family. Thank God we got friends. Thank God we got relatives, whatever the case may be, and they offer to help. Whether it's financial, whether it's a place to live, or whether it's just emotional support. But there are times in all of our lives we have to do it on our own. We have to figure this on our own. And you do it. But this is what God intended was right here. There is a sense of pride that you did it on your own. There's that pride in here, and you feel it really in here, and that's exactly what God wants us to feel, is that pride. Not written in stone, everybody. Our future's our own. You know, some people are saying the second coming, and that's God. When that's going to be, that He's the only one that knows, and I don't even pretend to know when that's going to be. But for now, the thing that I get, this is our future. We make choices. We're going to decide what the future is going to be. I'm going to end it here, but it's interesting, but not written in stone. And the people that had the experiences I mentioned before, that phrase has been put in the experience. It's not written in stone. It's very important, everybody. This is our time. This is the moment. This is our time. I kid you not. This what's going to happen next year. All the decisions we're going to make. Boy, I got to tell you, it is. And I think there was an actor, Mike Douglas, about the election coming up. This is the most consequential election ever. And everybody vote. I'm just telling you vote. But I wanted to kind of put it in context, a much bigger picture. I'm going to end it. I appreciate your time. Until the next video. Yeah, just some thoughts. Interesting out there. Thanks again for watching this video. As always, hope your day is going well. Until the next video. Thanks again.